Hey, it's Dr. K, and I am excited to be here with you right now. I'm in North Carolina, and my internet's a little weak, but I just wanted to share. This is the big one, guys. This is it. This is the moment in human history that we've been waiting for. And when I say that, I mean like there's always been things on the planet that have occurred. There's always been upsets. There's been battles with a king and queen and Vlad the Impaler and, the fall of Rome and, all of these things, when the Aztecs or the Mayans were finally basically all gone and passed on. There's been so many of these events, but never an event on this level that involved all the conscious, sentient, and unconscious beings on the planet. And to recognize that is a huge thing for me. And to understand and own your part in it. The other day, I was sitting there and I was starting to feel a lot of fear and starting to feel doubt and worry and concern. And like I'm sure you've probably felt at times through this past year. But I want you to remember that you don't get out of here alive. Life is 100% fatal. It's a death sentence. How it shows up, who knows? But in that, it gives me incredible freedom and an incredible sense of power. And it shifted all of this for me. Another thing is I've been really studying a lot of like who's behind whatever's going on. Is it a bunch of rich, crazy people? Is it some sort of off Earth thing? Are we dealing with a highly advanced technology? And I mean, who knows? I don't know. It's like who shot Kennedy? I mean, who knows? The guy's gone. But we do know it's happening. We do know it's rapidly occurring. And whatever this structure is of guns and power and laws and rules, and you got to do this and you got to do that, there's always that counter force, right? There's the yin and the yang. And to recognize your part, if you're feeling a sense of disempowerment and fear and worry and lack, reconnect with the simple truth that life is 100% fatal. You don't leave with any of the cars or any of the things that you bring here. You don't leave with your stupid Facebook or your Instagram friends. None of that even matters. It never did. And I think people are waking up to that, especially how ridiculous all that is right now. But what is important is who you are, what you show up as, how you show up and serve the people in your life. And there's nothing like a powerful upset or a death in your life or in your family to shake you and wake you out of a dream like, whoa, my God, I should be so grateful right now. Guys, this is the biggest moment in human history where food, water, I mean, shipping containers and all these ships off the coast, the internet kill switch stuff, all of the stuff with our leadership and weird stuff going on there, and the whole VAS thing and the whole injecciones thing, and all of the upset and separation of one another. Like Civil War. Where I'm currently at in the Appalachian Mountains. Civil War was a thing, and people were divided against one another. And now, this is the whole world. It's not like, hey, you're from the North, you're a Yankee, you're from the South. This is a global deal. And there's a lot of really, really good things being won all over the world. There's a lot of good things. And if you're starting to notice, the leadership isn't standing up. And when someone comes in and rescues a child from a burning building, or they say, oh my God, you were so brave. You were able to climb that tree and do the thing that you needed to do. It's like, they'll tell you, I'm not brave. I just did what needed to be done. This is the greatest moment where we need you to be brave. This is the moment where you say, I'm ready to stand up. I'm ready to take my leap. And I'm ready to serve and stand on the line of what I believe for and in. There's no violence needed. There's no craziness needed. It's a consciousness thing. And when you can really own the power, and this is what I've been really working on in myself. That's why I love the quiet time I have. But if you can really own in and of yourself the power of one who's connected to himself or herself, aware of them as the creator embodied in a physical human form, that is the most powerful and impactful thing on the planet. And that's the whole thing we've forgotten. And that's how we even allowed it to get to this point. Oh, they'll do it. They'll step in. You're like, oh my God, nobody's stepping in. Like, what the hell? What's going on with the over there in the border? And like, what's going on over here? And what's going on with the children? What's going on with the freedom? How long are we going to continue to just sit here? Now, I'm not about what you need to do with that awareness. What I am about is you getting connected back into the fire that burns your heart and pumps your blood and breathes your lungs. It's about you being powerful, fearless, and of service on a planet right now, like a true mission of love and service. And we don't see others doing this or that, but what we do see is the opportunity for us to do it and emerge. And I ask that you ask and call forth from your friends and your loved ones that they do the same. Hey guys, what do you believe in? What do you stand for? Do you stand for love? Do you stand for freedom? It's time to, in ourselves, in our spirit, in our consciousness. You don't even have to leave your couch necessarily. It begins here. That's my part of the role to play in this. I'm very clear of that now. I thought it was always kind of lame because I feel like I had this past life warrior archetype of the Scots, the Celts and where I come from, and the Murray of Athol and all of this from Scotland. But this is not that kind of battle. There's not shots being fired. Not yet. This is a battle for the human soul and the human spirit. And it's about burning that fire very powerfully and calling upon the space that beats your heart, that creator space, whatever that is for you. It doesn't matter your religion, your dogma, or philosophy. I personally believe it's all connected to the same inner flame. And then all these books and trickles and stories, came down through all of humanity. But it's where it all burns and is created from that's important. Call that forth and say that humble prayer this day. Say this humble prayer throughout this week and on into your life that, hey, I'm ready to serve. I feel like shit. I feel depressed, or I feel great, or I feel ready. Wherever you're at, make that prayer, make that convicted call on your heart, because from there, the doorways are going to flood open. I know that. We are the counterforce. That heart of yours, that power that is in you, is the thing that the control is most terrified of. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.